Good morning. It's Wednesday, August 9th, 2017.
Welcome to CBS 12 News at 9 o'clock. Here's what you were talking about. Breaking news. Child sexting. Who was just arrested accused of preying on local children. A news conference happening in just over an hour. We are live.
Tracking the tropics. When Franklin will make landfall, likely as a hurricane, plus another area that's approaching the Caribbean.
Deadly crash. A scooter collides with a semi. Several lanes on the Beeline Highway just opened back up after being shut down for hours. What we're now learning about this accident.
Tiger Woods' case in court. Tiger's lawyer in front of a judge for his DUI case. Why Tiger is not there and what's expected to happen.
But we begin with the CBS 12 Eye Opener. Your world in 60 seconds.
Bracing for war.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States.
North Korea threatening to attack the U.S. territory in Guam. China shaken by a 6.6 magnitude earthquake.
At least 19 people already dead, 247 injured.
Jogger pushes a woman into the path of an oncoming bus in London. A Florida mother now accused of trying to hide her daughter's death by staging a car accident in another state.
A dog pushed out of a car and the person just drives away in the Tampa area.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Singer Glenn Campbell has passed away after a long battle with Alzheimer's.
Best dance from the 90s was the Macarena. Oh, hell no.
Your CBS 12 Eye Opener, presented by the new CBS12.com. CBS 12 News at 9 starts now.
And we kick off the conversation with the breaking news. Tiger Woods' hearing just wrapped up minutes ago. Let's get right over to CBS 12's Kristen Chapman. She was inside the courtroom when it happened. Kristen, what do you have?
Well, the state attorney stated that Tiger Woods' arraignment has been pushed back to October 25th. They did state that Tiger Woods qualifies for a diversion program, which means he will plead not guilty to DUI, but will plead guilty to reckless driving. Now, there are a few requirements for this program. He'll have to do community service. He has no prior DUI charges, so that's taken into account. Here's what the state attorney had to say.
Everyone does this. It's the standard operating procedure for all cases of this nature, so he did the same exact thing that anyone else in his position would do.
Again, this is a one-year diversion program. Again, that's pushed back to October 25th. Tiger Woods will need to be in person for that hearing, and of course, we'll bring you updates then. Reporting live in Palm Beach Gardens, Kristen Chapman, CBS 12 News.
More breaking news right now. A child sexting in St. Lucie County. CBS 12's Aaron McPherson is live at the sheriff's office with what we have just learned. Aaron.
Eric, we know that 23 people have been arrested in St. Lucie County. Deputies say they were preying on children. Now, when we first were told about this morning, we were told it was a lengthy investigation, but I just talked with the public information officer here at the sheriff's office, and he says it just was about a month long where they arrested these 23 people. No other information has been released at this time, but they're holding a press conference in just a little over an hour, and we will be there and we will bring you the latest. For now, live in Fort Pierce, Aaron McPherson, CBS 12 News.
CBS 12 is the only local station that allows you to track sex offenders in your neighborhood to keep your family safe. Just head on over to CBS12.com and look under the news tab to find that map. Deadly crash shut down several lanes of the Beeline Highway this morning. That road is now back open in the Palm Beach Gardens area. You're looking live. It's looking good right now, but this is what it looked like just a couple of hours ago. That crash shut down 4 lanes of the Beeline near North Lake Boulevard. We know that a scooter crashed into the back of a semi, and the driver of that scooter died on the scene. CBS 12 is the only local station that allows you to track traffic with us in real time. Well, tracking the tropics, here is a look at the satellite view of Tropical Storm Franklin. And right now it is in the southern Gulf. Meteorologist Lauren Oleski is tracking Franklin and that other disturbance in the Atlantic.
That's right, Eric. We've got another system that we're watching as well. So here is Franklin, a nice looking tropical storm there. Now, Franklin has increased and strengthened a little bit. Winds now at 70 miles per hour. It's going to keep heading west, likely making landfall early tomorrow morning as a Category 1 hurricane in Mexico. I'm also watching this other area of clouds that's starting to enter the Caribbean. This has a 40% chance of formation through the next 5 days, if it can survive the already hostile environment that it is already in. I'm also tracking our next weather maker. I'll let you know when rain chances increase for the area due to that next weather maker. That's in my next update. Eric.
Reaching out in their time of need. The family of the mother murdered steps away from her children, now asking the community for help. Today would have been Makiva Jenkins' 34th birthday. CBS 12's Thomas Forster has been following this story since the morning of her murder. He now joins us live with what's being done today to try and find the killer.
Eric, in just under an hour, the family of Makiva Jenkins will hold a news conference here at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, asking the public for help in bringing their daughter's murderer to justice. Now, CBS 12 was the first on the scene the morning of June 29th when, according to police, a masked gunman knocked on the front door of her home near Santa Lucia's High School in the area of Hypoluxo and Congress Avenue in Lantana. Now, the gunman told Jenkins, her husband, and a family friend to go upstairs. That's where the gunman shot her in the head. Jenkins was rushed to the hospital where she later died. She was married with 3 young children. Now, Eric, as of this hour, deputies tell me this is still an ongoing murder investigation. Still, no suspects are in custody. The news conference is set at 10 o'clock this morning. Reporting live in West Palm Beach, I'm Thomas Forster, CBS 12 News.
And CBS 12 will be at that news conference later this morning. We will be streaming it live on our Facebook page and at the CBS 12 News app. You can head to our website to hear right now an exclusive interview with Jenkins' husband. You can find that at CBS12.com. More breaking news we're following right now out of Paris. An arrest has just been made and what investigators are calling a calculated attack. Here is Terry with the latest breaking details. Terry?
Yeah, Eric, just minutes ago, we learned French officials arrested the chief suspect in that attack you were just talking about. The suspect wounded in a gunfight with officers. France's interior minister says the driver involved here intentionally targeted 6 soldiers just outside of Paris, running into them with his car. Those soldiers rushed to the hospital after they were hit by that person driving a dark colored BMW. That's according to police. French police were stopping cars in the area as they searched for this person. Surveillance video apparently, though, capturing the car's license plate. Those 6 soldiers suffering injuries to their faces, their knees, hands and arms. But the good news, they are expected to survive. Again, French officials just making an arrest of the chief suspect in this attack. The motive, though, unclear at this point. Eric?
One crash, 2 tales. The conflicting information the night of an Uber driver on his way home to his wife was killed. We're live with the latest. Plus, catching red light runners. When and where Local City will be turning back on all 15 cameras.
And do you want a solution to all of your email clutter? I'll help you out. That's coming up in the mashup.
All right, welcome back. Let's get right to it. This is an important topic for Coffee Talk. We're talking about how you can raise a grateful child. A lot easier said than done. So, Shannon, what are your tips?
So, a couple big ones. First, role modeling. They're watching you, right? Our little ones are watching us. And so, if you're constantly being respectful to the waitress and you're saying please and thank you to everyone and you're being really appreciative to people, I believe that they are role modeling us, definitely. Especially little girls are watching mommy, little boys are watching daddy. So, that definitely, have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old, you know, you see that now. Everything that I've been trying to instill as they get older, you can watch, wow, that's what I do, that's what dad does. So that's the first one. The second one, I think this is a problem in 2017 versus our generation is, in our generation, we had to wait a little bit, right? Things weren't instant. Like today, it's like just when you get used to your iPhone, there's a new one that does more. You know, the minute you go, I wish it would do this, it does, right? So there's no delayed gratification. So I think that's really important if we can make them wait for something that they really want and even get them involved. Well, so I hear that you really want this thing. Well, let's work on it. Let's start saving and let them go through the process of 3 to 6 months of getting something they really want. That's going to teach them to appreciate it when they get it.
You know, I feel like my kids are very grateful.
Yeah.
I do. And I think part of that is because I have open conversations with them all the time about why they should be grateful. Your mom did this and this was difficult. This is why. I did this, but I did it because I love you. Right. Just so that they understand that the world is not catering to their needs, that they are catered to because they are loved, and they need to appreciate that.
Well, the third piece is personality. Because you can see this all the time in the same exact home, the same messages, and one that's totally grateful and the other one's like, eh. So personality does weigh in on this.
I have a question. If parents are asking this question, is it sometime their own need to reflect? Like, should you really expect that your 4-year-old is going to be that appreciative?
I agree with that. That's a great question. Definitely not. 4 years old, 6 years old. That's why I'm saying stop talking when they're that age. Role model. Let them see you say, thank you so much, and excuse me, sorry to bother you. Role model, those appropriate behaviors and treating people kind and appreciation when they're that age. It's falling on deaf ears.
See, I did not get advice from Shannon before. Otherwise, that would have been one of the options on the Twitter poll.
It's a good one. Or what I say is just send them to my house. I will make them grateful.
That's hashtag
It
truth.
will happen.
Hashtag truth. Co-signed by Chantel Middleton. Hey, let's take a look at that Twitter poll right now because we ask you to weigh in. The majority of you, 52%, say the best way to do it is to show them the struggle of others.
Yeah. Time for coffee talk, and it's very interesting hearing the conversation during the commercial break about what we think about this guy that set up 6 dates at one bar on one night. And I'm kind of surprised about the one person here who thinks that this was actually a good way to set up a date.
Chantel, I think this was a good idea.
I think if he was I think if I was one of the women, I might feel disrespected.
Right.
But if he is on a mission and he says he's an engineer, if he's being sincere, he's an engineer, he called these pre-dates later when he was confronted about it, then it might be a good way to meet people, see if you have chemistry, and then go a little bit further. I might be more direct in my approach. I might actually say, hey, we have 30 minutes to kind of get to know each other because John's showing up next. I would just be that forward. But I don't think, when you're a certain age and you're ready to find your person, why waste time with dates with all these people when you can kind of, get it done?
But the chances of it backfiring, it's going to backfire, are so great, and you're going to ruin it.
I would be direct.
Even if one of those was the one, he just ruined it.
But it could be a funny story later if you and Lauren really hit it off on date 3. It could be a funny story.
I don't know. He set up his own speed dating, his own speed dating party, and didn't let the other people know.
The bottom line is that is so incredibly
I would say
disrespectful.
do a date each night. Don't do it all
Yeah,
the
and I think that's right. I think that's totally fine.
They're gonna find out. I mean, if you want to date around, getting to know people, totally go for it. But I wouldn't do it on the same night, especially
at the same location.
See,
not all girls.
A woman would do this better. I mean, my goodness. But it's true. I mean, would you not just say, you know what, I have an emergency, I have to go, and then your next date could be at the restaurant next door?
Yeah. Right.
But how risky is it to be in the same
that's so stressful.
business?
Girls are smart about these kinds of things. Like when they go out on a first date with a guy, they already know everything about that guy. They're still going to ask questions. They looked on Facebook, they looked on social media, they found out everything there is to know.
Well, hopefully Justin
learned
a thing or two.
And hopefully one day he'll find love.
Yeah.
If that's really
Or
his
not.
She doesn't sound like she really wants you to find love, Justin. Let's look at the CBS 12 Twitter poll because I don't think anyone on Twitter wants you to find love either after this. 32% tied for saying you're a dog, and girl power because the ladies all came together in a nice kind of way after
There's
all
a
that.
22% say he's looking for love.
He is.
Poor guy. I feel
in
bad
all the
for
wrong
him.
places.
He just didn't go about it the right
His
way.
approach was not exactly the best,
Yeah.
okay?